Let us discuss the concept of fractional numbers and whole numbers. As we have whole numbers and we have fractional numbers. Right? So what we need to know, what are these type of numbers, what are whole numbers and what are fractional numbers. Whole numbers are what? Whole numbers, okay, let me take a whole number, say 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the numbers be, 100, 1000, whatever the numbers be, these are called whole numbers. Why so? Because how do we define whole numbers? We define whole numbers this way. When a quantity is composed solely of entire units, its measure is called a whole number or integer. This is kind of a formal definition. Let me write it for you. When a quantity is composed solely of entire units, its measure is called a whole number or a integer. Or an integer, I should say. Right, got it? So these are the quantities 1, 2, 3, 4 or any number like these. These are quantities which are composed solely of entire units. Whatever the number is, whatever the quantity is, it is the whole thing, right? So that's why these kind of numbers are called whole numbers. Now, what's the definition of fraction? Fraction will be when a quantity is composed of one or more equal parts of the unit its measure is called a fractional number or simply a fraction. Now how will those be? Let me give you an example. Suppose I take 1 meter, okay? I have 1 meter. Say this is 1 meter. Now if I divide it into 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have divided 1 meter into 4 equal parts. Now what is 1 meter? 1 meter is 100 centimeter. Now if 100 centimeter is divided by 4 parts, then each part will be how much? Each part will be 25 centimeter each, right? all these three parts are 25 centimeters. So how will I express this in fraction? What is this portion? This portion is, if I write it in terms of fraction, this is 25 centimeter out of 100 centimeter. And if I reduce it further, that means I divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. I know 25 fours are 100 and 25 ones are 1. I mean 25. So I get the reduced form 1 by 4. This is the fraction of this part, or I should rather say all the parts are 1 by 4 fractional form of this 1 meter line. This is the fraction. So what did I show you? That if we divide a meter into 4 equal parts, there will be 25 centimeters in each part, and each of this part is called 1/4 part, or briefly 1/4 of the whole meter, and its relation to the meter is expressed by the symbol 1 by 4, which I have shown you. And also, if I can show this in a different way through a pie chart. How is that? If I take the whole thing as a pie, and if I divide it into 4 equal parts, how much? If this is whole thing is 1, so this one part is what? 1 part of the 4 parts. I have divided the whole thing into 4 parts. So each quarter, each division or pie I am getting is 1 by 4, one portion of the 4 parts. Or you can see this way also. When I have a whole pie, if I divide it into half, sorry, this is not an exact half, make it an equal half. So what are these two parts? This is half, 1 by 2, and this portion is also half. So these are fractional representation, right? I am expressing them in the symbol 1 by 2, half portion. And here when I am dividing it into 4 parts, 4 equal parts, each part will be expressed as 1 by 4. So this is the concept of fraction.